Welcome, everybody, to another video. I've done it with the US and Europe, but this time we're going to be fixing the borders of Asia. So, the first thing we're going to be doing here, instead of just giving this stuff to India, which people do a lot, I'm actually just going to be giving this part of India over here, which I see as useless and isn't really needed. And we're just going to give that over to, I could have it be its own country, but I don't want to do that, so we're going to give it to Bangladesh. And this will increase Bangladesh's population even more. I'm pretty sure if it's China, that is the most populous country in the world. I don't know. I don't know if this is a heavily populated area. I don't think it is, but I think it's just enough loss to put China back there. So I'm not a communist, but I really don't care. And another thing here is we're going to be uniting Bhutan as well into Bangladesh. So there won't something called Bangladesh anymore, but whatever the hell this is, abomination is, it's not that, it doesn't even really look that bad. Actually a pretty solid country. Nepal, you really don't need to exist, but you're not going to the communists. So yeah, you guys can go over to uh, that'll be great. That'll be great. I have the plot built in for my YouTube channel. My editing channel, which I don't really post on much anymore since I'm trying to prioritize this channel. We're gonna have to do something about this, but I do really just say we should probably leave it alone. But just to make it look a little better, we're gonna cut this part off right here. Yeah, this fucking works. Starts dragging everywhere. We can now unite Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan along with this. Anyways, over here, even more united. So, yeah, this looks a lot better. It just looks better. Should I get into the Middle East? You know what? Why not? The first thing we're going to be doing here is giving whatever the next slaves are, and we're going to be giving this to the UAE. We're also going to be getting rid of Qatar. They can go to Saudi Arabia. Same with Bahrain. Who really cares? This part is technically still part of Asia, but I'm not going to do so. No, nope, never mind. Nope. Probably shouldn't do that. So instead, we're going to reunite Syria and Lebanon. And just to, I don't know, I'm not going to get into Iraq for certain reasons. I'm not going to get into those reasons. Go for it. Anyways, next up here, you know what? We're just going to be giving this to. We're just going to be giving this to our new country over here. Because why not? Let's still get a little bit of the plan distributed out over here, but most of this is just going to go to the new country up here. Which I guess we'll call we'll just make this Tajikistan. But larger. Buff Tajikistan. um. So yeah. Any good restaurants lately? Keep moving on to the next thing here. Down here. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna leave that. There's probably really nothing. Brunei, you don't need to exist. You probably do have reasons, but I don't really. It doesn't look good. So yeah, there we go. Already another song. And you know what? At this point, why don't we just like kill Malaysia? To be honest, like we'll give this part to Thailand over here. And at the same time, we could also just get rid of Singapore here. Well, Singapore is actually an island. Yeah, Singapore is an island. And we're going to be giving this Malaysia piece over to Indonesia because it looks better. You don't need to divide this island. Pretty sure the other part of Malaysia is more populated, but that's just what I think. Don't know for sure. I'm not going to go into other continents either. We're going to bring back Tibet as well. So I'm going to attempt to bring back Tibet. If I could draw the correct borders, you know what? We're just going to draw something that looks pretty. Fuck you. Something that looks pretty similar to it. There we go. That's probably pretty good. Give this area over here as well. It's a little harder to draw it in, but yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I think a better way to do this as well is to not give this to either country. Uh, no more disputed land. It's all going to Iran. That should be a slogan. I'm joking. I'm not an Iranian. Yeah, I'm joking. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, Azerbaijan just wants to be part of Turkey. We're gonna just say fuck you Armenia, and you don't exist anymore. So just so Azerbaijan can become part of Turkey because they love Turkey so much. Why don't you just join? And Armenia, we're like fuck you so. And this is probably the best I'm gonna do here. I will see y'all in the other one. Goodbye.